What is up, everyone? We are back again today. Lucifer is joining me with another video from a post from the Neville Sub. This one is called, Here's What You Need to Succeed. So here it is. Hello again. So a week ago, I posted something here based on my own understanding on Neville's teachings and results I've been getting by applying them consciously and constantly. The reason I did it was because I had a light bulb moment and I wanted to share it with you, hoping it will be useful and encouraging, especially for those of us who struggle in the practice. The light bulb moment was related to the question, what makes the manifestation of a desire possible? Is it the technique? Is it by letting go? Is the vividness of the scene imagined? And the sort of answer is, it's the naturalness of it. And this is what I talk about. This is why I'm reading this. The feeling of naturalness is so important when it comes to the realization of your desire. So here it is. Allow me to try to clarify this aspect because it's actually the fundament of Neville Goddard's teachings. And Neville Goddard himself uses those words as well. So, excuse me. As another user here so beautifully put it, we are always effortlessly, perfectly, without even trying, manifesting our inner thoughts and convictions. And it's true, you and me are always successfully manifesting and actualizing your or my truth. The fact that sometimes this manifested truth is different from the actual desire is just another aspect of the whole picture. And it stems from lack of naturalness when it comes to feeling your desire. For example, if having $1 million doesn't feel natural to you, no matter how much you visualize it in sats, it's not going to happen because you don't identify yourself with that state of having the $1 million. Feeling it natural, the naturalness of your desire is actually you identifying yourself with your desire and becoming one with it. The identification/union between yourself and your desire can be described not necessarily by a feeling of thrill or excitement, but rather by a feeling of ease while truly being that which you want to be. Healthy/rich people don't jump up and down all day saying how incredible it is to be healthy and rich. For them, it's natural. It's their given state, characterized by a subtle relief, relaxation, lack of worry and doubt, and confidence that their given state is what is at all times. And there have been other posts we've gone over about talking about the sigh of relief, the feeling of relief, and another word that I've used to describe this feeling is a feeling of feeling safe, a feeling of like, yes, finally. And it's that feeling of allowing yourself to feel safe. Because in my mind, what I think a lot of us, through our programming, through our experiences over life, I feel like we feel unsafe by not because we haven't been able to realize our goals in this reality or realize what it is that we've been programmed to want, whether it's a relationship, whether it's the money, we feel unsafe. We're in that fight or flight anxiety, right? And it's like that regulation of your nervous system, which is why breathing techniques can help, which is why robotic affirming can help, because it's just the mundaneness of it, just like, yes, like over and over again, without the emotion, without emotionalizing it. You know, these tools, they're all really trying to get to that natural state, the feeling of naturalness with your desired goal. And again, like the feeling of relief is like, okay, like it's done. And that's what people, you know, in Neville's teachings, like the feeling that it's done, I think is also, it's hitting at that sense of relief. Like, yes, I can finally relax now. Think about like a tiger out in the woods or out in on the tundra, and they've just gotten the hunt, and it's like they can relax now. And that's what it is like with our goals, with like the sense that it's done, that this relief. So characterized by a subtle relief, confidence that their given state is what it is at all times. How many times a day do you get excited about breathing or your heart beating? That's right, you don't, because it's a given fact, a natural one. A lack of persistence when it comes to living the state of the wish fulfilled, or simply put, you think of your wish pushing it into the future and not from it. You can test if this is the case by observing your inner monologue, your discursive thinking mind. Are the thoughts you're thinking right now something you would say to yourself or out loud if your wish would already be hardened into fact? If yes, congratulations, it's done. You're thinking you're living in the end. If not, then you're not living in the end, and you're thinking of your desire, not from it. So basically, to fulfill your desires, they must feel natural to you, and you must identify yourself with them, the same way you identify with your face, body, when looking into a mirror. That's where the feeling of naturalness comes from. To recap, here's how Neville puts it. First is clearly defining what you want, your desire, imagined as already accomplished. It's important to be clear when formulating your desires, because wavering and unclear desires lead to wavering and unclear results. Second step is to have your desire feel natural to you. You can achieve this by regularly using and applying the technique suggested by Neville Goddard, which you can find compiled in this useful post. The most popular one is imagining your desire while in SATS, state akin to sleep, where the conscious mind can easily impress your subconscious with the desired thing. Basically, the more you imagine your desire, the more real it feels, so the easier it gets to identify yourself with it. Read more about the power of awareness, about it in the Power of Awareness, chapter 24. Third, which is actually just as important as visualizing, if not more, is living and persisting in the state of the wish fulfilled by 1, monitoring your inner conversations. Neville says, pay attention to your thoughts. Are they what you would say to yourself out loud if your desire were already embodied? 2, turning your back on your senses. Mind is also a sense, so turn your back without being critical to all doubts, disbeliefs, and opposing views. Just let them pass. Don't feed them your energy. Fourth is faith. Faith doesn't mean hoping for a better future. Faith means knowing your better future is already here, since all creation is finished and the state desired is just waiting. Lucifer, chill. Waiting for you to claim it. Faith doesn't question, faith knows. Neville says, by persisting in the assumption that you already are the person you want to be, you rise above all doubt, fear, and belief in the power of outside conditions or circumstances, and your world inevitably conforms to your assumption. Also, he says that the time it takes for your desire to become reality is directly proportional, Lucifer, chill, bro, to your feeling of naturalness. The more natural persisting and living in the state of the wish fulfilled feels to you, the faster your desires will actualize in the 3D. You just need to become aware of your true beliefs, since you are ever sent into the expression by your awareness, and your awareness is ever that which you are aware of being. In translation, whatever your inner truth is, your reality is. Get in touch with your inner truth by observing your thoughts more without judging or interacting with them. Meditation while focused on breathing is a good way to do that. That's what I just mentioned. To be clear, concise and determined while expressing your desires, and then have faith. Knowing is being. Now, I believe Neville's most important teaching is the one concerning I am. I know it's difficult to grasp its meaning and its truth, but that's because its meaning and its truth are not really for grasping as an intellectual understanding, but rather through experience, through practice. Exactly. So how do you experience the I am state? You dive into it. It might be different for every single one of us, but here's what I do. I go straight to the source, to I am, and I start by relaxing the body in a comfortable posture. Then I dive straight into the state of feeling myself simply being without trying to achieve any state in particular. If you try to achieve something, then you're doing something. The idea is to not do anything. The way to apply this in Zen is called to drop body and mind, is by letting and pass and ignoring everything that appears both in the field of the mind, the thoughts, and in the field of the flesh, physical sensations. Whatever I think or feel, I let pass and focus on my breathing, specifically exhaling. For me, breath is the gateway to connecting to the awareness of being, but I don't cling to it. At some point, I abandon following it with my attention. I'm not saying you should do the same. I'm simply saying what I'm doing. After a while, thoughts calm down and a feeling of stillness and expansion appears. I'm perfectly still and still aware of my body, but I am not it, rather I am the awareness of being, beyond my body and breath. Hope this helps. Have faith and remember, I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. Which is to say, we are one with the awareness of being. Through it, everything is possible, and the Creator is greater than the creation. A little bit long-winded. And, essentially, I have a couple of other videos that covering like the topic of beliefs, and really your beliefs are these I am statements. Whatever you perceive yourself to be, whatever that self-concept is, that is informing whether you can attune to this feeling of naturalness or not. And I have some other videos talking about the feeling of naturalness. Again, it's like they said in the post, it's very hard to describe in words, but I do think that I've touched on the feeling of naturalness in other videos, which you can check out. One of them is called The Feeling of Naturalness, and the other one is called Let Go, Then Go Get It. And both of those videos, I discuss it. I feel like it's a little bit repetitive to keep going over it, but then again, it is so imperative. And so by doing these, so we know, okay, science has proven that the mind cannot tell the difference between, like when we're dreaming, it's as our bodies have the same reaction as when we are physically doing that thing. Let's say that we're dreaming and we're imagining ourselves on a ski slope. And I've actually spoken with a guy named Matt Belair who trained athletes in visualization and the art of visualization, specifically to land tricks, to be able to pull off things, set records and things of this nature, and train them to be able to visualize it first so that they can then take that into practice. And there's been a lot of studies about this as well, like visualizing a golf swing, visualizing anything can help with that particular sport, can help with that particular, these cats are going crazy, can help with that skill that you are practicing, that you're working on. There's the classic thing that in Maxwell Maltz's psychocybernetics of the basketball players, and the ones who visualized had just as much of an increase in their free throws as the ones who went and physically practiced. So the mind cannot tell the difference. So once we've established that fact, it then becomes very obvious to us that yes, getting in this drowsy state and imagining that wish fulfilled, imagining that we're able to do this thing that we are pursuing, this goal. In the case of interacting with people, it could be as simple as imagining that people are loving you, imagining that you're getting good reactions from people, whether that is in the pursuit of making friends, whether it's in the pursuit of romantic interests. Imagine that those people or that person that you're talking to is lighting up as they see you. And there's so many things that you could apply this to, this art of visualization, but knowing that it's the same, see, that's how we can go in and alter our beliefs. Then follow it up with more action to get more evidence that that's true. Then you go and talk to people and they actually have that reaction. They start having that reaction that you've been imagining, because now you're influencing your reality, you're influencing your beliefs, and you're seeing the 3D through that lens of the new beliefs that you're altering. You're changing your beliefs. And I've mentioned this before, I have an ebook coming out, literally going into a tool telling you about how your beliefs form and then how you can observe and get down to the root beliefs that are limiting you, and then remove them and replace them with the empowering beliefs that you want. And I'm going to be releasing that soon as well. All of these things in tandem together can really, really give you great results on whatever it is that you are looking to achieve. With that being said, guys, much love as always. I hope that this post was helpful. I hope that my little breakdown here is also helpful in understanding. And anyways, guys, drop me a like, drop me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this. Hit me with a subscribe as usual, and I will see you guys in the next video. And I can't wait to get this ebook out because I've been working on it, and I really am excited about it. I think that it's going to be extremely powerful. I've used these techniques before and seen really great results, removing these limiting beliefs, bringing your awareness on them, shining the light on them, labeling them, because now you're like, oh, this isn't me. This isn't necessarily true. This is just this belief that I have, and I can replace it with this other one. It's really powerful stuff. Anyways, guys, much love. Hope to see you in the next video. And yeah, let me know how, once I drop the ebook, I'm going to make an announcement. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited about it, because I definitely am. Anyways, see you soon.